A pattern change, some icing. We're going to watch out for that, some mixing, and where some of the snow will be. Thank you for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. It is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. And getting into that spring outlook, of course, I want to show you what we can expect over the next 7 days. And you can see here warmer than average temperatures, of course, gradually warming up as a whole as we work our way closer to the official start of spring. But we're looking at above average numbers, which will lend itself to more rain versus snow the next few days. But we need to keep an eye on that rain snow line and that possibility of mixing. Now, here's a look at the European model for that ice potential. It is picking up on some ice, more so some mixing. I would be more concerned about this, of course, if I didn't just show you that last map, right? We've had that warming at the surface. That is some good news. The modeling picking up on some ice that could be 1/4 of an inch, which would be a big problem in areas if you take this just alone. But as I mentioned, we've had some of the warming at the surface, but this does mean we are going to get some mixing. There'll be a little bit of an ice potential as well. I'm not shoving that aside. It just depends on exactly your kind of elevation and of course specific location. Let's get into that. Let's show you what we're seeing. Wrapping up, there's some of that snow that's going to finish up later today right near the Avalon Peninsula as we get back toward Newfoundland. That's going to be leaving us, right? But still some of that snow that will be a potential as we go through the late morning, through the morning into the afternoon, and watching that. Then we swing back here watching that severe weather that'll be building for days and days back toward the plains. That energy again lifting to the north as it does. I mentioned the above average temperatures, right? So this is Thursday. This is tomorrow. This is mainly rain. But as we work our way deeper into Thursday, we're going to start to see a bit of a changeover as we get into nighttime. So Chicago, Detroit, looking at some of the rain back through parts of New England. Here's the rain through Pennsylvania. But Toronto, we could get a little bit of that mixing. Even near Rochester, that'll be a possibility. Watching the Albany area where you see these kind of pinks showing up and then swinging back right through Massachusetts and then points to the north as we work our way into Vermont and New Hampshire where you see this pink shading. We may get a little sleet mixed in, some of that, but mainly a rain event. Connecticut, Rhode Island, back through the Cape and the Islands, Long Island, scattered showers at times back through New Jersey. Again, I mentioned the rain, Pennsylvania, back through the DC, Baltimore area. But as we work our way into Thursday night, tomorrow night, right into midnight, so this is very early on Friday, this is where we really watch that rain snow line. Again, still that mixing potential, even watching over towards Springfield. May get some of that sleet mixed in. Maybe we get a bit of a changeover of some of that snow in spots watching near Lowell. Then to the north, we work our way back near Portland, swinging back toward the west. Southern sections of Vermont and New Hampshire. Southern Maine, we're looking at some of that snow that will be around. Swinging back towards Saratoga Springs, could switch over to some of that snow. So watching that. But again, either way, I'll show you the totals in a second. We're not looking at super high totals out of this. So this is the batch tomorrow night. Then finishing up as we work our way into Friday morning, trying to move offshore. Atlantic region of Canada, Maine, most of this stays to the south, as I just showed you. Again, southern Maine, chance of getting some of that action. Then we get kind of a repeat scenario. That's why there's going to be more severe weather back toward the plains. We work our way into Saturday, and you see we could get a little bit of mixing at times. Watch Ontario and Quebec, but mainly looking at some of the rain swinging back toward New Brunswick, over toward Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia. Then we could get a little bit of mixing. That will be a possibility as we work our way to Newfoundland on Saturday night into early Sunday, but mainly looking at some of the rain out of this. You see the rain as we work our way forward, scattered showers and more of that rain again around the DC, Baltimore area, all the way back through parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, North Carolina, all looking at rain, which is common for this time of year. But as we go through March and April historically, we know we've had some big snows at times, but the ingredients really have to come in place, and they're just not at this time. Matt and I are going to be looking forward, though, and kind of seeing if there's going to be any of those late system snowstorms that develop, which sometimes that does happen, even in a warmer than average pattern. Things just have to break a certain way. So in here, we're not looking at any accumulating snow, but as we swing back through here, we're going to keep an eye on, especially as I mentioned, right through here, this little pocket in here, watching over toward New Hampshire, southern sections of Maine. You see Augusta trying to pop out about an inch. This takes us through Sunday morning, so Saturday night into Sunday morning. These totals not not too terribly high. Again, we're looking at rain all through here. Hartford, a little bit of the mixing, the modeling picking up on some of the mixing even over toward Falmouth and the Cape, but that's not going to be problematic. We're looking at mainly rain, always keeping it in perspective on this channel. It's a no hype channel, but we do get a bit more of that mixing. That can lend itself to a bit of snow on some of the colder surfaces, swinging anywhere from Albany, Boston, Worcester back toward the north, and then that little pocket in through here. That's where we may get about an inch or so, but Ontario, Quebec, a little bit more. You can see here as we swing back through the Atlantic region of Canada. Some of this includes what's finishing up today. You see about 15 centimeters as we work our way back toward St. John. So again, some of that includes that snow that's kind of departing as we go throughout today. So that spring pattern locking in, watching that rain snow line back through New England, parts of New York in particular, some of that mixing, and we'll keep an eye on that ice potential in a few spots. But again, warmer than average temperatures, and we'll monitor for any big spring snows March into April. Got you covered here. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. We'll be going through your comments. Let us know if you're getting the rain, snow, mixing as we go over the next few days. Have a good day ahead.